Hi, hello and welcome, to another edition of AFC Chellaston Live Ball Mastery session in partnership with IFC. I'm your host, Coach Jan, joined as always by our Vice Chairman, Craig, and obviously some of the young promising footballers. Like every week, we will start with a couple minutes of demonstration, then we allow that will hopefully allow other people to join in the session. Some of you might be late, so don't worry about it. And like every week, we will do 7 sets. There was 1 minute drink break between every set, and then each set consists 8 rounds, 30 second work, 10 second recovery, and that's it. Okay, so I think we can begin now. We're gonna start with our warm-up, so we don't need the ball yet. Okay, our warm-up will start in 5 seconds. Okay, so just high knees. Nice and easy high knees. Okay, and relax. We've got lunges front. Okay, there we go. Lunge left, lunge right. Okay, now we go start jumps. 2 start jumps. Okay, and lunges to the side in 10 seconds. Lunges to the side. Okay. So we just gonna go sideways. Just so I've got more room. Okay, and heel flicks. You're going to stretch the groin, so you're going to open the gate. Okay, so now lift your knee, little side step. And we move from inside to the outside. Now we're just gonna do some high kicks, okay? Yeah, and the last one, we're gonna close the gate. So remember, moving from the outside to the inside. I have a little side step. Yeah, we need to lift the knee. Almost like going over a hurdle. Yeah, or stepping over the fence. Okay, and relax. So that's our warm-up done, okay? So 1 minute break, you can grab a quick drink, and then we're just gonna start with the ball. So we've got 1 minute break. Okay, 30 seconds. Make sure you got a quick drink. So we're gonna start. And the first exercise, as last week, it will be toe tap slide and then inside outside roll with left and right foot. Okay? So we all should know this from the previous session. Okay? So we start in 5 seconds. So we have 3 toe taps and a slide. 1, 2, 3, and slide. Oh, it's actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slide. Okay, and inside, outside roll with the right foot. I'm just going inside, outside. And I do a little hop on the left. Okay, and again, toe tap slide. The 4 toe taps and a slide. Okay, inside outside roll with the left foot. and back to slide. The toe tap slide.
Don't stop.
Okay, and actually I made a mistake. So we're gonna go heel toe roll because we meant to change it. So heel to toe. Little hops on the standing leg. We do with the right foot. Okay, and sole tap pull push. That's what we meant to do one round before, but I think we can just do it now. So 4 sole taps, pull and push with my laces. And the last exercise in this round, how heel to toe rolls with the left foot. Okay, so heel to toe, just rolling the ball across the sole, heel to toe.
Stop.
And a little hop. Okay, and relax. Hold on, 1 minute break. 1 minute break. Our next two exercises will be the V inside and V outside. Okay, we've done it before, and the V inside with the pull behind. Okay, with the inside, and I'm pulling it behind again. Take it with inside, behind. Okay, so well, we've got 20 seconds. 20 seconds before we're going to start. So just the inside first. With the ball on the right, reach it across with the left, and I push it away with the inside of my foot. Okay? So I reach across and I work on my little V shape. Okay, and now we're just going to do with the right foot only. We'll do V inside and pull behind. Okay, so you go V inside and pull behind. Right foot only, V inside, I pull behind with the sole and the inside of my foot. Go behind my back, behind my standing leg to change direction. Okay. Now back to the inside, and then we're gonna do it with the left foot. So the inside, reach the ball across, drag it with the sole and push it away with the inside of my foot. Open my hips and push it away. Okay, and left foot now. I've got the ball on my right hand side, drag it across and behind. Okay, now we're going to use the outside of our foot. So remember, toes pointing down, and I push the ball away with the outside of my foot. Okay, so I push it away with the outside, toes pointing down. And I work on my V shape, okay? And now we do the V outside and the pull behind. So back to the right foot, so V outside, pull behind, okay? The outside, we combine them two moves. And again, we're going to repeat the V outsides. So wrist across. Five seconds left. Oh. Okay, and the last one of the left foot. And then we're going to have a short break. Left, the outside, and left behind. Okay, and relax. Short break for a drink. And now we're just going to do a new move, okay? So it's very similar to cross turn, which we done last week, but today we're going to do chop, okay? So after the double touch with the outside of my foot, I do a little chop. So I need to do a little hop with it. Okay, with the cross turn, I would keep the standing leg on the ground to turn. Okay, with the chop, I'm doing a little hop. Okay, so we go hop and little chop. Okay, so we've got 10 seconds before we're gonna start. So we're just gonna do chops. It's double outside touch and chop. Ball, you chop the ball behind. I'll show you from the back. That's 1, 2, and I do a little hop. 1, 2, and chop. 1, 2, chop. 1, 2, chop. Okay. And then now we're just gonna do scissor after the chop. Okay. So it's 1, 2, chop, scissor. 1, 2, chop, and scissor. Take the ball, go with chop, and then scissor around the ball. Okay. Chop, scissor. Chop, scissor. I chop with my right, go the scissor with my left. Okay. Ooh. That's a difficult one. We've got small space, need to really keep it close. Okay. Again, we go back to chops. So there's a little hop. Yeah. I chop it with the inside. And now, after the left foot chop, we go right foot scissor. Okay. Have the left foot chop and right foot scissor. So chop, have an extra touch and scissor. And the side chop and scissor. Okay. So try to almost work on the line. Chop, scissor. Chop and scissor. Left foot chop, right foot scissor. Ooh. Back to chops. Again, work side to side. You just have to imagine there's a line here. We're going. Chop, little hop. Okay. Maybe show it from behind. Okay, and back to chop scissor. So chop right foot, left foot scissor. Okay. So I'm chopping the ball with the inside, and then I'm going the left foot scissor. Go, chop, touch, scissor. Travel, chop, touch, scissor. Okay, and again, I'm gonna do just the chops. So chop left and right. Go, chop. There's a little hop with the chop. Yeah. Cut the ball so it stays behind my back, and I do a little hop. Okay. And the last one. I think it's left foot chop, right foot scissor. There you go. Left foot chop, right foot scissor. Chop and scissor. And relax. Ooh, that was difficult. Got a small space like me. So find a way. It's difficult to make sure you do it properly. So, okay, go and grab a quick drink. I might just disappear for a couple of seconds. I need to grab my drink. Okay, and in 15 seconds, we're gonna do the U-turn and U-turn step over. So we know the U-turn is when I use the sole of my foot, and I also have a little hop, and I roll the ball in front of my body. Okay, so first 30 seconds, have a touch of the outside, U-turn. Okay, and now we're going to combine it with the step over. So it's right foot U-turn, right foot step over. So turn it across, take the ball, U-turn and step over. Okay, and back to U-turns. Back to U-turns. Just go left and right.
Stop.
Okay. And now we're gonna go left foot U-turn, left foot step over. So left foot U-turn, left foot step over. Last one. Back to U-turns. Okay, and I'm gonna repeat the right foot U-turn, step over, Okay. And last U-turns, double U-turn in this set. Last one, U-turn step overs. So it, left foot U-turn, left foot step over. Oh, 1 minute break. 1 minute break. So now we're just going to combine two other moves, which is scissor, V move, and pull behind. Okay, so we're going to do with the left foot. So it'll be left foot scissor, okay, right V behind, and then left foot scissor, right foot V, right behind, left foot scissor. Okay, and then we're just going to do it with the left and right. So we're going to repeat it 4 times on each leg. Okay, so it's quite complicated move. Okay, so we're going to start with scissor, V inside, pull behind, and then scissor, V inside, V behind, scissor. Quite complex. So that's why we're going to repeat it 4 times. Okay? And now it will be right foot scissor, left V, pull behind. Okay, so you have right foot scissor, left V, left behind. Okay, right foot scissor, V inside, V behind. Oh, quite complex. Very nice struggle with the left foot. 10, okay. So back to left foot scissor. Right foot V. And right foot behind. Scissor, V inside, behind. Okay, and right foot scissor again. So it's right foot scissor, left foot V inside, and left foot behind. Back to the left foot scissor. Good. 4 more rounds. Right foot scissor, deep and behind. Oh, last two. I think I got it. Getting better at it. Scissor, inside, behind, and scissor. And last one on the left, right foot. So we start with the right foot scissor. Right foot scissor. Be inside and be behind. Oh. And relax. 1 minute break before the last set. 1 minute break before the last set. Now we're going to combine even more moves. So it will be U-turn, Cruyff, or like chop, U-turn, step over, chop, and scissor. Okay, so quite a few moves. So I'm just slowly do the demo. It's a left foot U-turn. Okay. Left foot step over. Okay. We go left foot chop and right foot scissor. I go left foot U-turn, left foot step over, take the ball to the left, a left foot chop and right foot scissor. Okay. And then we're just going to start the right feet. We're going to start with the right foot. Okay, so U-turn, okay, step over, chop, scissor, go. U-turn, step over, take to the left, chop, scissor. U-turn, step over, chop, scissor. U-turn, step over, chop, scissor. Oh. Okay, now we're gonna start the right foot. Okay, so it's the right foot, U-turn, right, step over, right foot, chop, and left foot, scissor. U-turn, step over, chop, and scissor. U-turn, step over, chop, and scissor. Oof. This is so complex. Okay, left foot now. So, left foot U-turn, step over, left foot chop, right foot scissor. U-turn, step over, chop, scissor. Okay, back to the right foot. And we do left foot now. Left foot, step over, left foot, scissor. U-turn, step over, little chop with the hop, scissor. Last three, I believe. Last 3 rounds. Go back to the right foot. Again, remember, because the moves are quite complex, just have an extra repetition. U-turn, step over, chop, and scissor. Back to the left, last 2 rounds. So the left foot,
Stop.
and the last one, last 30 seconds. Okay, last 30 seconds of the starting with the right foot. Got lost. U-turn, step over, chop, scissor. And we've got 2 minutes of a cool down. Okay, so we don't need the ball now. Okay, remember, pull the knee to your chest. Right and left. Okay. Now pull your heel to your glute. Okay. Knee next to the knee. Keep them close. Don't keep them separate. Right and left. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull the foot now, like that, the right, and with the left foot. Okay, with the left. And now we're just gonna stretch the calves a little bit. Okay, so heel on the ground with the right and with the left. Okay, we're gonna try to do the same. We're gonna try to touch the toes, grab your toes, right and left. Okay, and the last one, we're just gonna try to touch the floor. Okay, we're just gonna try to touch the floor. Keep the legs straight. Try to grab your toes if you can. Okay, and shake it off a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Okay, so thank you and well done to all involved. Okay, I'm gonna let Craig to take over for the Q&A and our guests for today.
No problem. Thank you very much again, Jan, for doing another great session for us. I've got great pleasure in introducing everybody to Jayden Charles. So thank you for joining us, Jayden.
It's all right, mate.
Jan's obviously told us a little bit about you, and obviously with your sort of Derby County background of last season. But we obviously like to say thank you for taking your time out of your day and joining us. So we're actually sort of recording this session. So as well as the footballers we've got online with us today, we're actually proud to be one of the largest clubs in Derby with some 500 players across the ages. So it'll go out to all of those on our sort of YouTube channel. So really appreciate you joining us today. So obviously that's a little bit about us. So how about you? Where did it all start?
I've been playing football since I can't remember. Just playing in the back garden with my dad and just kicking the ball around. And when I was old enough, I went to a little team called it was called, I forgot what it was called, but it was just like a little non-league side, just like for under 9s, under 8s. And then as soon as I got old enough and playing in that team, I went on to play for Derby, and then I signed when I was under 9s with Derby, and I was there until I was 18. And then after that, this season, I left this season, and then ended up getting injured, and I've been out for 6 months and just getting back now. So.
Oh, and how have you dealt with the recent injury then?
Oh, it was horrible. Worst 6 months that I've had so far, especially because I left Derby so I could go to another club and push on and start to play higher levels. But it's been hard, but I've tried. I've just done everything right, and just now I've come back stronger, fitter. So.
Well, that's good. You mean you say about pushing on. I believe you've also been playing for the national team as well. What was that like?
I've played for Ireland 3 times. It's made my granddad really proud because he's from Ireland. He's from Tipperary. So yeah, it was great experience. I went over to Turkey one time with them. Then I went to Sweden. The next time I played against Sweden. Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah, and for all of obviously our footballers are going to be joining us, what position do you play?
I play left back, left wing back. So my dad played right back. So, but I got the left foot from my mum.
Well, it's always sometimes good to have opposites. So,
Yeah.
as you've been growing up, so who would you say your sort of like favorite player is, and who's sort of inspired you to sort of become a footballer?
At the minute.
Yes, or even when you was younger.
Well, when I was growing up, obviously, it was when like Ashley Cole was really, really good. One of the best left backs to play in England as well. So nowadays, I would say Chilwell, Robertson. I love the way Robertson plays, and my dad as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he played at really high levels. So
it's good following in your father's footsteps and pushing on to do better, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So what would you say has been the best moment out of your career today then?
I've had loads. So I was lucky enough to play for Derby, so we've travelled around the world playing football since I was young, going on trips like under 12s away to Holland and stuff. But I'd have to say, last year we was involved in the Youth Champions League, which is like it's like the Champions League but for young lads because we won the league that year.
That sounds amazing. Was
we
that competing nationally or international?
Everywhere in the world. So it's like the Champions League. So every Champions League club that was that got into it with their first team playing it. So every top club, and we got to the round of 16 and we lost to Salzburg, and we had to travel over to Austria and play. Is it Austria?
Yeah, Salzburg, Austria. Yeah, I've actually
and play over there, and it was a great game. That was just before COVID last year, so March. And then we came back, and then we was meant to be going to America for 3 weeks, playing in the tournament over there, but it got cancelled due to all the coronavirus.
That's not good. Well, speaking of sort of COVID, how has that sort of led you to change with regards to your training?
So it's been really hard at the minute, especially because I'm not signed to a particular club at the minute. So I've been going into Hereford, which is a non-league club, just trying to get my fitness back because I haven't been playing football for 6 months due to my injury. So, and then for the last 2 weeks, I've been in at Mansfield, and it's been good.
Yeah. Just glad to be getting back into it then.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
So obviously, we're doing bits within Hereford and Mansfield. Then I'm assuming it's a bit sort of the training schedule's a bit up in the air.
Yeah, I've had to come and live with my dad in MacLeod, so it's easier because he's been picking me up every day from where I live in Derby, and it just having to come out early just wasn't
a bit of a long journey then. Yeah. All right. Well, when you actually obviously playing matches and things like that, what's your sort of like pre-match routine? What gets you in the zone for the game?
So I'll always put my left side of my stuff on first. So no matter what I do, like if I put my right sock on, I'll have to take it off and do all my left side first.
So a bit of superstition.
Yeah. I always have the same breakfast, so I'll have porridge and a protein shake for my game. And just with my shin pads and stuff, I always try to make myself look neat, and I feel like if you look like good and feel good, then you have nothing to distract you on the pitch. So,
okay, well, that's some good ideas for our footballers to follow then.
Yeah.
So what happens sort of in the game? Obviously, you say you look good, feel good. It sort of starts you off in the right in manner for a performance. What can you do in a game that can sort of change it? If you whistle goes and you don't quite have the start that you want, or you're not quite getting the passes, is there something that you can do in the game to sort of change that?
Just think you need to believe in yourself and believe in what qualities you have. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, no matter how. You go watch Premier League game, for example, Alisson at the minute, he's making loads of mistakes, and he's probably
a few,
best goalkeeper in the world at the moment. And I bet he's low at the minute because he's at a bigger stage. But you just need to make sure that you're at your top, trying 100%. Because if you're trying to do stuff and trying to make stuff happen, then making a mistake's always going to happen. So you just need to.
We're all human, even the professional footballers.
Everyone. Yeah.
Okay. And obviously going back to sort of like the game side of it, who would you say has been the best player that you've had the pleasure of playing alongside?
Alongside, I've had loads. So like all the young lads at Derby County now that are in the first team. So Louis Sibley, Jason Knight, Morgan Whittaker, he just moved abroad, not abroad, moved to Swansea. Lee Buchanan, Cornell McDonald. I've loads, and I've played with them since I was really young, so still talk to them now and stuff. And yeah, I'd probably say Louis Sibley personally.
Yeah.
Growing up
Okay.
my age as well, so yeah.
Well, he's done well in the first team. So
Yeah.
But what about sort of then play? If you talk about opposition playing against, who would you say has been the strongest player?
At Derby, when I was growing up, we became a Category 1 academy, so that means we played against all the best clubs everywhere. So played against all the top youngsters. So I'd probably say Mason Greenwood's probably the best that I've played against.
Yeah.
Even though we have beat him a few times when he was playing.
Well, I suppose it's all the team result, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
It's one of them. And to sort of finish off, you obviously come out with some good bits for our young aspiring footballers. But if you were to sort of say one thing of what our footballers can take into the game and look to do, what sort of piece of advice would you say to them?
I would say there's football, you get a lot of setbacks with everything you do. So make sure that if you get a setback or someone doesn't feel like, so imagine you don't play in the starting 11, there must be a reason for it. Don't think it's because it's you not performing and not training well enough. Think it might be because he's made a decision that for the team, or never feel like you're gonna be. Never feel like you're not good enough, say, because if you believe it in yourself, there'll be a person that will believe in you as well. So
self-belief is a big thing then.
Yeah.
Well, as I say, I think that's about us wrapped up for our bit of a Q&A session. So as I say, once again, Jayden, thank you very much for taking your time out and talking to us. And thank you very much for Jan and IFC Coaching for putting the session together. So as I say, we are recording the session, so it will be posted on our Facebook page, YouTube. So for all our hungry footballers, they'll have the pleasure of being able to watch it. So thank you all very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Jayden.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jan.
Yeah.
Bye.